Okay, it looks like I am live. Hello, hello. I hope everyone can hear me, everyone can see me. Let me see. I hope everyone can hear me and see me out there. I'm gonna try to give someone, at least a couple of people, time to come in. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good. Okay, hello. It looks like probably one or two people are in the chat. You guys know I like to get off into it. So, I don't know if you guys heard all the stuff that's been going on surrounding this relationship advisor that goes by the name of Kevin Samuels. So he's been a relationship advisor for a pretty good time now. And it looks like a few days ago, he did have a single mom that was the age of 35. Hey, what's up, Joy Chit Chat? Oh, yeah, she coming in the building. What's up, Joy Chit Chat? Welcome to the room. You guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up for your girl when you come in. Shout out to Talk Nation. Shout out to YouTube. My girl Joy, the first one up in the building. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. And y'all know I love you. I love you. So I don't know if you guys heard about Mr. Kevin Samuels. Let's see. Oh, you follow him? I follow him too. You know, I'm nosy. Okay. See, this is my first time hearing about Kevin Samuels, but he's a very, very outspoken man. I would I don't know if I could kind of compare him to maybe Steve Harvey. You remember when Steve Harvey was on the Act Like a Man, Think Like a Lady tour? You know, he ended up making a movie about it and everything. I don't know if Kevin may be coming out with a movie or what, but it looked like he had a lot of women upset and shook. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get off into the video and let you guys listen to it yourself. And then I'm gonna do a little playback where I stop it a little bit and give my commentary on it. So that's how we gonna do it. You guys thumbs up the video when you come in. I think I got two people in the chat. Well, with two people, this makes three. We gonna have us a show, okay? Whoever else entered the building, you guys make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe if you have not to become a member of the Talk Nation family. So we finna get off into the relationship advisor. Okay, and she says, yes, his title and topics be like, whoa, oh yes. When I heard him talk to this woman, you know what? I ain't gonna say too much more. I'll get off into it. Let's see. Okay, so I gotta do this. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna expand it. I'm gonna let you guys listen to this yourself. If you haven't heard it, if you have heard it, we're gonna hear it again here. Okay, I am gonna hit play.
Spaghetti father. Why would a man who's in the top 10% of earners who women across the country want that?
Because I have a lot to offer. I feel like.
Would you want your son to, if you had a son making that kind of money, would you want him to bring home a woman who had a 13-year-old son from a sketchy father? Or would you prefer him to get a woman who had no children, was younger, and easier to get on his program?
Depending on his age.
See what I mean? See what I mean? This goes so deep for Black women. They would. Should have been an easy question. No, I would not want my son to bring. I want the best for my son. That should have been the appropriate answer. That's why I sat up. That is bullshit. You should want the best son.
Of course.
But this is. But are you thinking?
If he brought home, yes, I feel like I'm the exception to the rule. But
no, you're not. That's the problem. You all think you're the exception to the rule, but your life is proven to you you're not.
My love life is not that good. I agree with you.
That's my point, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, You ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know them.
Oh, hold on. It stopped. Hold up. Oh, yeah. I was just at the good part, and then it looks like it's okay. Okay, but so far, what he's saying, with me being a single mom with 2 boys, I feel what he's saying so far. So let's finish listening to him. I gotta admit, and I'm a very transparent, honest person. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I kind of feel what you're saying. On me. Okay. Uh, okay, so here we go.
Top 10% of earners who women are.
And what happened? Okay, looks like we went off here. Okay, so I gotta start this. I do this. Okay, I'm gonna hit stop, and then I'm gonna start it back. Okay, but at the beginning of his conversation, as you guys can tell, and Joy, you say you follow him, so you kind of know the tactics. What he was saying reminded me of Tommy Soto. Hold on. We've been worried about Tommy all these years on YouTube. Girl, why I just mentioned? Oh goodness, I was just saying that, and you guys know I do watch Tommy from time to time. I'm like that too, Katie LOL. I'd be like, well, you might be right. I promise. And you know what? I just feel like, let me see if I can get the screen up. If video on my phone, and I'm gonna play it like that. But you guys got a visual of how the setup was at least. But I was just thinking to myself, like, whenever ooh, okay, am I here? It looked like I was almost going out. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Am I here? Am I here? Okay, it looked like I'm moving all around and a little bit chopped up. Okay, so most definitely that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and go right here. It seems like stuff I always want to get line and triple a bit when I get to sharing. Okay, so I'm gonna get and pull this up. On Instagram, and then I'm gonna go ahead and finish letting you guys listen to this. I was just listening, and like I said, I do have two myself, ages 12 and my oldest son finna be 17 next week on Sunday. So, I'm gonna have a 17-year-old. So yes, stuff like this you do have to listen to. But you guys know when it comes to us, like he was saying, we do we like to feel like we are we are the exception to the rule, like he said. So let me pull this up here, and I'm gonna let you guys finish listening to that. I hope you guys, everybody been staying safe, doing a little Christmas shopping. I don't know. I did a little bit online, not too much, just a little bit. Okay, so here go the video. I pulled it up off Instagram on this guy page that I'm following. Okay.
The top 10% of
Okay, here
earners
we go.
who women across the country want that.
I feel like,
would you want your son making that kind of money? Would you want him to bring home a woman? Or would you prefer him to get a woman who had no children, was younger, and easier to get on his
age?
So deep for black women. They will even, should have been an question. No, not want my son to bring, I want the best for my son. That should have been the appropriate answer. That's why I sat up. That is bullshit. You should want the best for your son.
Of course.
But this is, and are you thinking,
if he brought home a woman, yeah, I feel like I'm the exception to the rule. But
no, you're not. That's the problem. You all think you're the exception to the rule, but your life is proven to you that you're not.
My love life is not that good. I agree with you.
That's my point, and ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I try to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. From my point of view, I feel options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily, or 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
That's another one you lies. No, younger women are.
So can you see me?
Yes, I can. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5. But when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So,
stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old. 35. Looking women. Off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, please don't make me say it.
Say what? I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but.
Okay, but but you're not accepting the fact that, okay, average looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son, average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone, straight up, because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more. Because you earn more money than most people in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities. And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids. And you're average. And your reality of your life has showed you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you. See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself that you can have it all, and you got a Prince Charming who's 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, jawline, all this other kind of stuff. And I'm sorry, man. No. Most people get average people, especially average people. And you're an average person. I mean, let's be real. You know, in Microsoft, you had a pet grooming business. You've been making 6 figures for the last 3 years. Okay. But if I'm looking at you, if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair, what do you look like under there?
I mean, I look the same.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
I'm sorry?
No, you don't. You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
Okay. I think I can skip to another video. Okay, so that was the video there. So I'm just going to kind of break it down and touch on a few points that Kevin Samuels made, okay? Okay, so coming through the door, Kevin actually highlighted, you are a single mom that's 35 years old. And as you seen her when I had first put it up, let me see. She is basically average. I can kind of give her some credit because at least she knows that she's average. At least she know. But he kind of cleared the table coming through the door when he ended up saying, what you classify yourself as from a scale of 1 to 10. Don't use 7. So, he put that 7 thing out. So after 7, what is it? 8, 9, and the 10. And then under 7, you got 6 on down. So he was like, you can't use that. Okay. So she said before she put on her makeup, she like a 5. After she put on her makeup, it fixed up. She's about a 6. Okay. So she's looking for a 6-figure guy. And that is so right. I got to give it to him because he was right about when he said 6-figure guys don't go for average women. You could get a 6-figure guy that's probably like a 2 or 3 on the scale. He's still not going to go for an average woman. And when I looked at this interview, when I first seen it this morning, it was before I was like getting dressed for work. I ran across Willie D. You guys go and follow Willie D. You know Willie D, that was from the Ghetto Boys. He got a page on Instagram, and he's also on YouTube as well. So, you know, he was just talking about this video, and I heard him talking about it. But when I was listening, I instantly thought about the song. If you guys can remember the song by Life Jennings called Statistics, you know, 25% of all men are unstable. You know, and he was just calling off the statistics. And then he started talking about how you can figure out how to weed out that bad 90% and what you can do to keep the other 10%. So you can make your numbers a little better finding the right man for you. And you know, rule number 1, don't be a booty call. Rule number 2, if that man is in a relationship, if he's cheating on the woman he with, he's gonna cheat on you. And then I remember rule number 3. What was rule number 3? Be, you know, you need to be the person that you want to find. Don't be a nickel out here looking for a dime. So when he asked her, what do you consider yourself from a scale of 1 to 10? Don't use 7. The first thing she said was a 5. So she's a nickel. Well, basically, yeah. She said she a 5. So you would say she's a nickel. So yeah, in that song, when he say don't be a nickel and you're out here looking for a dime, you got to realize who you are. You got to realize what is available to you as far as your lifestyle, as far as the place that you are in life, like right now. Not the person that you feel like you deserve, but you have to actually open yourself up for the person that's equally yoked to you. And when I say equally yoked, I mean appearance wise, equally yoked. I mean spiritually, equally yoked. And also financially, because sometimes you can meet a person and you guys are equally yoked as far as the appearance. You guys are both on an average level. And as far as spiritually, you can be equally yoked on a spiritual level. But some people are not financially equally yoked. And if you're not financially equally yoked, you know, most of the time that situation ain't going to work out. You guys can be connected spiritually. Y'all can be connected mentally. This is the person that you look at and you're thinking, okay, he average, I'm average as well. I'm not finna try to go out and look for some 6'5" Prince Charming with a 6-7 figure job. And you know, I'm not on that level. And I heard him say, I think she like owns some type of veterinarian business or something. So she's making 6 figures. But what did you hear him say? A man don't care about your money. And I remember when I was on a panel, we were speaking on that, looking at the where a woman value lies in a man are 2 different things, because a man value always lies with where? Let's be honest. Man value lies with his money, and a woman usually lies in her looks. That's why sometimes you will see that woman that's real beautiful. She's like a waitress. She could be a waitress at Applebee's or at Chili's, and this woman ran across some 6-figure man that she was serving at the restaurant, and they got married. You look up a few years later, this girl that was the waitress, but she real fine, she real beautiful. She has married, she done met and married a 6-figure man that she met on her Applebee's job. So that is a prime example of a woman value does lie in her looks. And I'm gonna be honest, just be honest. I'm trying to put myself down or nothing like that, but just being honest and looking at this interview that he had with that woman, I can honestly say most of the time I'm probably single because I feel like not sometimes I just kind of don't think about the situation that I'm dealing with. You know, as far as me, I can say I'm almost in her position. I'm just a few years older, but I'm a single mom of two. You know, I'm a single mom of two boys. And, you know, one of my son fathers are passed away, and my youngest son father doesn't live here in the state. So, and then looking at me being the age that I am, I'm 39. You know, I'm not the top one on the dating list for the pickings. I can be honest. And you know, I wouldn't consider myself to be no 9, 10, or 12. I'm probably without my makeup, I'm probably a 4. With my makeup, a 5 or a 6. I can be honest to say that, but I just think whenever a person can, especially a woman, when a woman can actually be honest with herself, I think it will open up the dating pool. I don't know. I'm probably giving advice to myself, like for real. Because I think when a woman is single and she can be honest about her current situation and she could just say, well, hey, I got this going on, I got that going on, you know, maybe the 6-figure guy is not for me. Maybe the 6-figure guy is not gonna choose me. I think when women can open up and just be honest, it'll make it a bit easier out there in the dating pool. You know, like Life Jennings was saying in that song, he said, be patient. He's waiting. You don't have to settle for less. Leave all the stuff alone. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. When he say leave all that stuff alone, he talking about the woman that want the 6-figure man, the woman that want the rich man, the woman that want the man to pull up on a big chariot and take her away. Leave all that stuff alone. But stop feeling sorry for yourself like you can't get love, but you have to be realistic. And basically, you know, a lot of people were going in on Kevin Samuels because they was like, you was too hard on her. You were mean to her. You were mean. But this is a man that she listens to, so she knows he has what they call hard truth. Like Joy Chit Chat was saying, I don't know if she's still in the chat, but she was like, it looked like Tommy got a cousin. Let me highlight her comment. It's right here. She said for years, everybody been worried about Tommy, but it looked like he got like a cousin out here because Kevin Samuels was like spitting that hard truth, very similar to what Tommy Sotomayor does. And, you know, a lot of times people just can't take the hard truth. It's like, we want to have some answers when you want to have answers when you feel like you're stuck in a slump. But it's like sometimes when you get the answers, it's like, I don't want to hear that. I don't really want to hear that. Let's see. Can be too hard. We need to listen. Yes, Joy, we need to listen. We need to be open and listen. Because I feel like this. Whenever it comes to any flaws that I have, I like to admit my flaws, and I'm going to tell you why. I am the type of woman that can admit when I'm wrong, and that's something that a lot of women, me and my sister was talking about that. Sometimes we can't admit when we're wrong because we feel like it's a form of weakness. But one thing about it, when you can admit that you're wrong, or you can admit to certain things in life, it opens up the door for you to change it. When you can open up the door for that change can then happen. And Joy Chit Chat says, Tommy loves Black women. He has a Black woman, but he speaks from his experiences. Yes, he's actually dating a Black woman. You know, he got kids by Black women. And like you said, Joy, he speaks from his experiences. And that's, I think, what draw me to him. You know, Tommy not some guy that's out here at home. He got a non-black wife and non-black children, and he come on the internet and like, yeah, let me tell you something about a black bee. You know, he not that type. Like, he actually got the experience to talk about what he talking about. So I think that's a big reason why I listen to him. Like, if it's somebody that's not walking in the truth that they speak, that make it a little bit harder for me to listen to him. I can't say that I won't listen to him, but I'm gonna say I probably won't listen to him for too long, because you gotta admit, it's some people out here, especially even on the internet, it's some people out here that got certain channels surrounded by certain things, and they get on this platform and they speak on certain stuff, but they not about what they talking about. And Joy said, I have learned that people on social media do not like things thrown in their face. We have been raised to sweep things under the rug. Don't tell family business. Oh, that is so true. Don't tell family business. Sweep it under the rug. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. Enjoy. Don't you know that is the root reason and cause why generational curses will continue? Because no one wants to talk about it. All we want to do is sweep it under the rug. What happens in this house stays in this house. Do you know how many lives that statement has ruined? People are carrying around on their hearts, in their minds, and on their back all of the stress and the dysfunction from their households, and they never felt comfortable or even safe speaking on it or telling anybody about it. So what happens is that we walk throughout our adulthood and we just carry this on our back. We carry the burn. And most of the time we keep if you don't get away from those people in your family, sometimes you will keep that dysfunction going. You will keep that dysfunction going, and you will pass it down to your children as well. So we just got to be honest with each other. And Joy said, choices or chances. It's a choice for me to watch your channel, or it's by chance I watch your channel. Either way, it's not to be forced or to listen to Tommy or Kevin. Right. And then Joy Chit Chat, you got to think like this. When it comes to the people that listen to Tommy, to the people that listen to Kevin Samuels, that relationship advisor, when it comes to the people that listen to him, I guarantee you over 50% of them are women that listen to Tommy. I think probably 50-60% of the people that listen to Tommy are women. And I'm gonna do a little more digging, looking up Kevin Samuels. But let me tell you this before I get up out here. When I ended up Googling Kevin Samuels, because I wanted to get an image to put on the thumbnail, it said something about Kevin Samuels ended up taking somebody's wife. They said allegedly that Kevin Samuels allegedly broke up a marriage, and like he's currently, I think he's married to the woman. But I'm gonna do some looking up on him. I'm probably have to come with a part 2 about that. But yeah, I was looking at that on the internet, and the girl did look young. And as you probably heard in the video, the girl that was talking to him, asking him for advice, she was like, yeah, a lot of these older guys out here, they want to get with, they be in their 40s and their 50s and all this, and they want to try to get with a young girl. And she talking about those young girls in their 20s don't want no 40, 50-year-old man. And he was like, bullshit, I gotta beat him out. I can't beat him off with a stick. So yeah, it's a lot of young girls that like older guys. And I admit, like, yeah, when I was in my 20s, I can't say I was attracted to those guys, but I think now that I'm getting towards my middle age, I'll be 40 in March. I'm 39. I'm like, I'm opening up my options, because just keeping it real, it's not like you are downgrading or nothing like that. But I can't come through the door and I make 45,000 a year. I can't come through the door like, oh, he got to make 300,000. I'm not gonna come through the door with those rules. Like, you got to make this, you got to make that. I won't come through the door trying to put that on nobody, and I don't have it myself. What'd you say? Hey, 40, baby. Yes. Hey, 40. Yes, yes, yes. And I've been doing some detoxing. I done lost about 5 pounds. Pat myself on the back, but I got a long way to go. But I'm trying to get myself together up in my 40s. And, you know, like the man said, you have to realize, and you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. And it's so hard, you know, sometimes it can be so hard, like looking at reality and being honest with yourself. Sometimes that can be the hardest thing to do. It can be the hardest thing to do. Being honest with yourself. Like, okay, I'm a middle-aged, 39-year-old single mom with 2 kids. I got a 12-year-old and finna be a 17-year-old. When the man meet me, he like, that's the first thing he always asks, how old are your kids? And I tell him 12 and finna be 17. Oh, they kind of, So, and then you got to look at it like this too. When it comes to boys and their mothers, boys are very protective over their mothers. Let's say if my boyfriend over here or whatever, or and we have a little argument, a little disagreement, my son will be like, what's going on? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, I know he ain't trying to fight my mama. No, we're just having a little argument. You know, because those boys, the first reaction is protect my mama. And a lot of guys coming through the door dealing with a single mom, that's the first thing that they're gonna think. Like, man, I'm gonna have to rough up her son. I know sometime throughout this relationship, I'm gonna have to body slam her son. I'm gonna have to pin him up against the wall and let him know I don't go. Like, a lot of men don't want to go through that. And you gotta be honest. Whenever you meet a single mom that has boys, eventually, most of the time, and because I've seen it, my mama, she was married, but she was mostly single when I was growing up. She was mostly single, had boyfriends and stuff. And what you say? She was mostly single. What's up, UF? Who is that? UF Maker Kizzy? And what? Hold on, let me see what Joy Chit Chat said. That's a blessing, Katie. I listened to those key terms, and sounds like if he's not feeling those ages, it's time to go. Thank you. It is time to go. It's time to go. Because think about it. When you look at a single mom, a single black mom at that, with 2 black boys, ages 12 and 17. Well, he'll be 17 next week. But my oldest son is like 5'11", almost 6 feet tall, 215 pounds. Like, you got to think, he probably thinking, man, I might have to fight this nigga for real. And some guys just don't want to go through that. And you know what? I'm at the point where when I was younger, I ain't gonna lie, it did used to get to me. Cause like after I used to tell my sister, like after I tell a guy how many kids I got, like it seemed like they just kind of stray. And I'm gonna be honest, like I work at a salon where I service the majority of non-black people. So it's mostly, you know, white people and people of other, you know, races and stuff. And I remember talking to this guy, and he was just recently divorced too. He was very handsome. And like he was asking me, what are you doing this weekend? You know, I want to take you out and this and that. And he was like, you know, how many kids do you got? And I told him I got 2 boys. And that conversation just kind of trickled down to, you know, it got a little, it felt weird after that. But he was very, very handsome. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I remember growing, like, if anybody ever grew up around a whole lot of single women with children, a statement that you always heard them say, my kids come with a package. My kids come with a package. But you got to think, your kids do come with the package, but that man does not have to accept that package. That's the key. Your kids most definitely come with the package, but that package, everybody is not going to accept it. And like I said, it's going to make it easier out here in the dating field. I'm 43, around my late 30s. A guy was like, oh, wow, I thought you were 19. Red flag. I was like, young girl, let me go. Oh, yeah, he said he thought she was 19, so he was looking for a younger girl. He was looking for a younger girl then. Yep, that's a red flag right there, Julie. You sure right. It's time to go. It's time to go. But I want to close out and say this. Like I heard in that song when he was talking about statistics. Be patient. Know what you want. You don't have to settle for less, but you got to know where you're standing at in life. And you position yourself in the right way, in the right manner. You carry yourself in a certain particular way, in the right manner. It's somebody out there for everyone. Now, some people, it takes a little bit longer to find them, but be patient and it will come. It will come. So you guys go and check out, go to the front of the video and make sure you check out when I played the video so you guys can get a little bit extra sense of what Kevin Samuels was talking about to the young lady. So I am signing out. Katie Talk 101. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'm signing out until next time. I will see you next time. I'm off tomorrow. So you guys know if any more news break, y'all know I'm coming with it. Well, you guys have a blessed night. And I love you. Thank you so much for coming through, Joy. Thank you. Who is that? UF Mecca Kinsey. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm signing up out of here. I will see y'all next time. I'm probably coming back tomorrow.